Yo, it's ODB. We're getting ready to jump into this episode. That's going to be a shorter, condensed episode. There are chapter markers on YouTube, if that's how you're listening. I want to tell you, please listen to the end. We've got a super cool item. It's commemorative. It's limited edition. It's going to be autographed, okay? For the first time ever, it's going to be available via the OLP Booth in conjunction with RevvinTV. .com, and the details are going to be shared at the end as a bonus. So make sure you listen. Make sure you come by the OLP booth, especially on Saturday, and we hope that you enjoy this episode. Let's jump into it. You know how we do. Yo, it's ODB from OLP. Thanks for coming back and rocking with us. Whether you're listening on a podcast app or my preference through YouTube, can't thank you enough. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment. Even if it's just an emoji comment, it definitely helps. Many of you are on the road or seeing tons of social media posts and content related to Southeast Mini Truckin Nationals. That's the shirt that I'm wearing now. It's an oldie but goodie where I come from. Back to the Future reference there. And I'm excited on this episode. It's not going to be the normal OLP episode. This will be a little bit more condensed. Kind of a top 10 things you need to know about the event. I'll bake in a couple bonus items, but I want to thank our title sponsor, Scrapin the Coast, SCRAPIN, thecoast.com, for more information. Every June, this year it's June 20th through the 22nd in Biloxi. This is a Mini Truck Hall of Fame inducted event. And one of the deciding factors of us going every year is the air conditioning. So you've got the outdoors, you've got the indoors. It's an amazing show. We hope to see you out there. But as we jump right in, we got no biggie to Mike the Mayor. He's out gallivanting, as you would expect. This top 10, though, is brought to you by not only our title sponsor, but we want to give a huge shout out to our new partner, Fenix Forged. And if you're on YouTube now, you can see this via Instagram. It's Fenix Forged, Forged. So it's Fenix Forged. Now, if you look at their Instagram, you're going to see, wow, hey, ODB, wow, great. A lot of lifted trucks, a lot of kind of bigger trucks. Just know there's going to be a lot more forthcoming. This is an up-and-coming wheel company who is basically going to be a one-stop shop. Now, something that I want to reinforce is that we've changed, in my opinion, the trajectory, or let me just say we changed the game a couple times with how we do things at OLP. Not trying to give ourselves a huge pat on the back. I will tell you, when we came out with merchandise in 2018, my goal was always to go, you see these show shirts, and the show shirts were always like next level, right? They were always a cut above. And the reason for that is it cost more money for that artwork. Graphic Disorder always does a great job, treats us right. And that's why they have the lion's share of the scene that comes to them for the artwork. Okay, this will make sense in a moment. But the thing that I want to reinforce is, we kind of really put our flag in the ground when we came out with our merchandise. And we said, look, we're going to bring like a show shirt type atmosphere to our clothing brand. And that's what we've done. We've added, we've done some very intricate designs. Our River Run, which is one of our most successful ever, that was kind of a game changer. We came out with the skate decks, which arguably we're not going to say we're the first person in the world to sell skate decks. That's not the premise. But we came out and a lot of other people and shows followed. And that's a good thing, right? We're not pumping our chest out to say, hey, look, everybody copied us. We're saying, hey, we brought forth something that people really, really wanted. Okay. And we see this. I love collecting the skate decks. I recently built a couple of skate deck holders, and they're awesome. We came out with the aluminum, and, we did the full artwork. We've done just the truck. We've done our sticker packs a little bit different. We were the first that I can think of that, we had our full artwork. We had just the truck. We had the slogan, which is typically our front logo and things like that. So the reason why I say that is, I'll get to the point. We're going to be changing the game with our awards. Now, there's already people out there that are doing amazing stuff. If I think about what Lone Star Throwdown's doing, we'll talk in just a moment about Jason Bell, what he's doing for Mini Nats. There's already people doing amazing things, so I'm not going to take that away. We're going to have a different approach. We're going to have something, I think, very cool. It's going to be highly coveted. And I do believe some of the shows and some of the different vendors out there are going to want to jump on and buy a type of product like this. I think it's super cool. And I want to thank Fenix Forged, because that's who we partnered with this to bring this idea to the forefront. And I think it's going to be really, really, really awesome. So stay tuned. It's not going to be something necessarily you can buy right now. It's going to be something that's an award, but I can tell you it is going to be a stunner. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so with that being said, I want to jump in. Again, this is a little bit shorter segment, I would hope. The first thing I want to mention is why are we here? So if this is a top 10, I'm just going to say, hey, they're in no particular order, but this is number 10, just for sake of me creating the chapters here on YouTube. But number 10 is it's Southeast Mini Truckin Nats, which is short for Nationals. This is the 2025 event, but for those scoring at home, it is the 31st annual. It did start all the way back in good old 1990. The show has changed hands over the course of time, but I will tell you, Jason Bell and team continue to do amazing stuff, so I can't thank them enough for what they do. The who, what, why, where, and when is kind of simple. You've got April 25th through the 27th of 2025. That's this weekend. I know some of you are going, wow, I can't make it. I wish I would have known. You got to listen to the podcast, social media. We've been pumping this event all year long. It is presented by Airlift Performance, which is a huge name in the air suspension market, as well as the the air what am I looking for, just the components in general, right? So your air management, so you kind of have both, best of both worlds under that umbrella. And then of course Bell's Rod Shop, which is kind of, I think, the overarching brand as of still right now with Jason Bell, with everything that he's doing. So that's kind of awesome. Now, I will tell you this, you're going to see some sicky, dope trucks. And shout out to J-Dub coming from the West Coast. He gave me a little bit of intel that there's definitely some people that were kind of saying, hey, stay out of the left lane if you can, but we love your sicky, dope trucks. And I haven't heard the word sicky, dope trucks ever used together. So I figured, hey, maybe we'll bake that in, J-Dub. And J-Dub, if you're still cruising across the country with your son, put those toothpicks in your eyes, brother. Don't hurt yourself. Now, something that I'm going to jump a little bit ahead when we talk about mini nats, which is the short way to say Southeast Mini Truckin Nationals. We know it as mini nats. You can go on Mini Truckin with an IN, nats.com, and you can find more information. Now, this is one key item. Jason Bell basically gives a shout out to a guy named Adam, Moretz. He says, coming in hot with the Fab 5 this year, who's going to be taking one of these home? So Jason Bell has upped the ante with what he's referring to as his Fab 5 awards, and these things are sick. Now, I'm going to bounce right over here so you can see if you're watching on YouTube, and what you're seeing here is some of the design work behind it. What really got me is, wow, if you're a mini trucker, you love billet in most cases, and you can see these amazing billet awards that he's kind of having drawn up, if you will, and machined. So that's super cool. Okay, I'm getting backwards here. I literally started at number 1 on my list, so that was going to be number 1, and I'm just going to reverse the order. So that was number 10. Next, we got number 9. Have fun and don't be stupid. So Jason Bell shared this PSA: please be respectful to of this town, property, residents, businesses, and follow their laws. Clean up after yourself, and let's have a good weekend. It's obvious they love us being there and always welcome us back. Let's show the same respect and that many truckers have some class. There's a memo from the Office of the Chief of Police, and this is to Mini Truckin National participants. It says, welcome back to beautiful Maggie Valley. On behalf of Maggie Valley Police Department, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all Mini Truckin National participants and guests. We are thrilled to have you join us again and look forward to another fun and memorable event. Our top priority is ensuring everyone enjoys the weekend safely. Please follow all North Carolina motor vehicle laws and show courtesy to our local business owners, residents, and their property throughout your stay. To help keep traffic flowing for everyone, please avoid blocking or impeding roadways. Also remember, the slower moving vehicles should stay in the right lane. That goes back to the don't block the left lane, but you guys do have sicky vehicles. We truly appreciate your cooperation and positive spirit. Have a fantastic time, and thank you for being part of what makes Maggie Valley such a special place. How awesome is that? With all the negativity in the world, you have somebody that's going, hey, we want to welcome you. If you've never been, just know that the folks there are super nice. I will also throw this one in there. Things do close earlier here, right? I joke around about the nightclub in Maggie Valley. That does not exist. That's a little rib. And I will tell you, the restaurants do close earlier than your typical town. So plan your dinners accordingly or get the food stocked up at the cabin, okay? But I will tell you, this is a beautiful town. I would encourage you, there's trash cans everywhere. But if you're a club that, gets a little rowdy and has a lot of trash, bring a contractor trash bag. Bring trash bags in general to help keep your area clean. Believe me, it doesn't go unnoticed. Now, in addition to the have fun and don't be stupid, I did want to also cover this other item that Jason Bell reinforced, and I'm going to pull that up. I'm not going to share my screen on this one, but this basically is the local church. So it's Maggie Valley United Methodist Church. Here's another one for you all. Please do not park at the Maggie Valley United Methodist Church. They're having an event and they need their parking, so be respectful. So, that's a key thing that we all want to be respectful to the residents there, right? I think a lot of us mini truckers are a little bit older now, and we value and understand that more so than we did maybe in our younger years. Let's hope. Number 8, the event itinerary. Okay, so I'm not going to share my screen on this one if you're watching on YouTube, but what I want you to know is if you go look up Jason Bell, just how it sounds, and you scroll through his wall, if you will, on Facebook, you're going to see that he's posting a lot of stuff. I think there's even a Mini Truckin Nats group. Okay. He reinforces a few key things. And some of this also falls under the number 10, which was the who, what, why, where, and when. Spectators are 20. Armband is good for all 3 days. There is trailer parking. There's no trailers to be parked in the lots directly in front of the fairgrounds, right? There's plenty of trailer parking noted there throughout the town. There's no golf carts as well. Pets must be on a leash or accompanied at all times. But the main number item I want to cover here is if you go to the itinerary, it reinforces all of this information. Like, for instance, there's no dropping off items inside the gates, only registered vehicles through the gates, things like that. The schedule is also listed. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the gates open at 9 a.m. Everything is there in terms of judging times, the auction, you name it. It's all right there on Jason Bell's wall on Facebook. Do what I do. Go and save those images, and then you have them in your phone. Then you don't have to ask your friends and clubmates all weekend. So the itinerary is posted, and I believe, again, on Jason Bell's wall, as well as I think there is a Mini Nats group. That was number 8. Number 7. The auction this year is for Spreadin the Love and the Blount County Shop with a Cop. And as I mentioned, that is starting at 2 p.m. on Saturday, April 26th, auction at the main stage. The hashtag is Spreadin with an IN, so Spreadin the Love with an LUV. And that's, of course, with also in conjunction with Shop with a Cop. The thing I will tell you here, I forget if they take other forms of payments. I know a lot of us do now with all of the different type of payment methods, but I will say this, bring cash if you can. There are some amazing items that come up if you're a collector. If you're looking to add to the man or the woe man cave, there's plenty out there. So get ready for that amazing auction. It's going to be awesome. Number 6, Brian Jendro is going to be there slinging merchandise. Okay, Jendro teamed up with us at LST. He's launching his brand with Jendro's Chop Shop. And what's super awesome is Jendro was first in Air Ride. I think technically was in business in 86. And many of you know Brian Jendro, longtime Negative Camber OG. Come by. I think he's going to be right next to OLP. If you've got a magazine, something he worked on that you want him to sign, bring it by, have those conversations with Brian, show him the love and respect that he's due. He's an OG. He truly is. He's one of the nicest guys. He's done work for Ryan Fringlinghouse, for Jesse James, all these big names out there, as you can imagine. But he's the most down-to-earth guy. I mean that with all respect. So, hit up Jendro. Again, I believe he's going to be stationed right next to us. He's going to have a bunch of merchandise. Even if you just go by there to slang the conversations, I know he will appreciate it. So much love to the Triple OG. Number 5, this one is near and dear to my heart. 2025 Mini Truck Hall of Fame inductees will be announced for the first time ever at Southeast Mini Truckin Nationals. I am so stoked for this. I want to thank the past members, including the founder, Bob Hayes, as well as the current committee, including Radar, who I kind of look at as our chairman. And he pulled this all together. We met a deadline that we set for the team, and it's going to be awesome to announce live. If you can't make it, I think we're going to try to stream it on OLP's Facebook. I believe Radar would always stream the stuff from Vegas on the West Coast Influence Facebook. We do have a Facebook that we haven't really ramped up yet for Mini Truck Hall of Fame. We may put it on there, but I don't think as many people will see it. But regardless, if you can't make it, please tune in. I believe that's going to be 1 p.m. It's not on the official calendar because we were trying to make sure that we could make it happen. But I believe 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday is when we're going to do that. Now, in addition, we're also going to announce the OLP honors. If you've been listening to the podcast, you know, for the past several years, we put our own money out based upon the stuff that you guys buy from us, and we buy these awards through Welch's Chop Shop. We highlight people for that calendar year. So we normally would make our announcement at the very beginning of the year to say, hey, here's who we want to reward for 2024. This time we decided, hey, let's do it at Mini Nats. That dovetailed into the Hall of Fame stuff. So the Hall of Fame is acknowledging people that have been in a very long time. The OLP honors are acknowledging for that calendar year. So we'll get to see who the OLP truck of the year is, and so on and so forth. All of that stuff, give or take 1 to 2 p.m. on Saturday. We're super stoked. Number 4, come by the OLP booth. The merch is going wild. I want to grab something if I can. I recently mentioned this. We're going to have our new Minis are the name of the game. This is paying homage to Derek V, who unfortunately has passed away. March 99 Mini Truckin cover. Also DJ Magic Mike. Bass is the name of the game. You got DJ ODB in there. So we're going to have some exclusive items. We're going to have a few of the If Marty Was a Mini Trucker items as well, including some really cool rad hats. So come by, show us some love. We're going to have some skate decks, and all of our skate decks are printed, which is we're super passionate about. We have a good bit left, but not a lot, so come by. In addition, our big homie and my fellow brother, Matt Diaz, will be debuting his hardbody King Cab. Mike loves to call them all extended cabs, but they're not. His King Cab, Smithworks laid down the graphics. Smithworks with an X on the end of it, and we're super stoked for everybody to see this truck. That's going down in the OLP booth. Number 3, all official show merchandise is going to be right inside the gate, and it's the vehicle entrance gate. So when you come through the spectator gate, you're going to have all your normal vendors, okay? You make a right into the main show field, and then against that front fence, you're going to have other vendors, some longtime vendors that have been around, but you're also going to have the Mini Trucker Union vendor booth. That, you can't miss it, is the official show merchandise, all right? Don't buy any bullcrap online, any of these fake links, these fake tickets, none of that. Don't do that stuff online. Do it all at the show. They do accept credit card. I do believe cash is preferred. The internet is a little slow. When I bought my banners last year, which are kind of around here, I paid with card, and it was a little bit slow, but of course they were very patient, and that's what counts. All show merch, again, inside the vehicle entrance. You can't miss it. That's the MTU booth, the Mini Trucker Union booth. Show them some love. Get your gear. If the homies want it, have them PayPal you, Venmo, Zelle, David, borrow it, whatever you got to do. Get the flow, and then go buy the stuff with the dough. You know what I mean? Number 2, if you can't make it, or if you can make it, we're using the hashtags Mini Nats and Mini Truckin with an IN Nationals. Okay. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you can tap on those hashtags. I don't believe you can follow hashtags anymore. I think Instagram was going to do away with that, but I believe you can tap on those so you can see what's going on. But if you're there, also use those too. So copy and paste from your notes or type them in, however you do that. That way, all of the folks that can't make it can have a nice curated feed, if that makes sense. And then number 1, the vendors. There's a lot of vendors there. Some come from far and wide, as Outcast would say. Please go by the good people, Hammered Weekend Wear, Garage Gear Clothing. I mentioned Mini Trucker Union, Asphalt Army, Lowest Common Denominator Podcast. Frank and Brian are going to be there. You've got a ton of vendors, all right? The best thing about going to a show is you don't have to pay the shipping, right? Everything has went up in cost, right? So far, OLP, we have been able to keep all of our prices at the prices that we've been selling at, and we're proud of that. But shipping has went up. So you can come out and you can get more for your money, because instead of, maybe spending $50 and having 15 or 20 in shipping, you could spend $70 and you're walking away with more stuff. Come by all of the awesome vendors out there, including, again, Hammered Weekend Wear. They're going to have, I believe, a new design. Garage Gear Clothing, they're up also over by the Mini Trucker Union booth. So they've been around a long time. They're inside the front area of the vehicle show area. in their awesome new trailer. They've got a lot of cool stuff out there. Okay, so that was the top 10. I'm going to give you 2 bonus items really quick. Number 1, there is big news coming, I believe at 2 p.m. on the stage about a new show coming. Okay, so it's going to be around the auction time. Be ready. If you love Maggie Valley as much as we do, news is going to be huge, but it's also, how would I say it? One small step for Maggie Valley, one giant leap for the truck scene. I don't know how you want to, I was trying to come up, straight off the dome, but I could tell you this is going to be big news, and it's something that's very, very welcomed. And I'm super excited based upon what I think that it is. Okay. So that's bonus number 1. Bonus number 2. Okay. The last item, if you are a collector of mini truck stuff like I am, if you love the scene, maybe you have a complete collection of mini truckins magazines, maybe you don't, maybe you just want something cool to hang in the man cave or the woman cave, I got an official announcement for you. This is a press release I put together for On the Rise Media, which is us, and RevvinTV, that's RevvinTV.com, celebrating 35 plus years of OG Mini Truckin Magazine. Acclaimed photographer Doug Culp of RevvinTV.com is offering a limited edition commemorative item that is sure to be collectible. Available for the first time, a high quality print of Mini Truckin Magazine issue 1 cover, which is the summer of '88. These items will be signed and numbered personally by Doug Culp and will be a must-have for any mini truck enthusiast or collector. You got to come by the OLP booth on Saturday only. These are going to be first come, first serve. They're going to be very limited. A very, very high quality print of the first issue of Mini Truckin. Maybe you want to just put it in a frame and hang it. Doug, who shot the cover and who's been on OLP, is going to autograph it and individually number these, okay? The collector piece will be exclusively available exclusively by Doug Culp at Southeast Mini Truckin Nationals, Saturday the 26th in the OLP booth. In the meantime, I would suggest check out Revvin with 2 V's, IN, TV.com. That's RevvinTV.com for numerous videos relating to everything automotive. I hope that you guys make it safe. I know the West Coast, Brian Frank, Pretty Low Apparel, so many folks have been impacted by the inclement weather. They're making their way. I ask that you have safe travels there. If you're listening on a plane or a truck or a car, have fun, get there, arrive live, and get home safe. Okay. To our title sponsor, Scraping the Coast, we can't thank you enough. Let's not forget 3 months after Scraping the Coast in Biloxi is going to be the freaking weekend show. And that pre-reg is open. The freaking weekend with an IN weekend. Go out there, show some love to Trip. It's an amazing show. There's a pre-party. There's an after-party. OLP will be there. It's one of our favorite shows of 2024. Much more coming on that amazing event. And thank you to Fenix Forged. Like I said, if nothing else, I think Flavor Flav and 50 Cent and a lot of people would be super proud of what we put together for our next awards. We're going to be giving one away at Southeast Mini Truckin Nationals, and I think it's gonna be really cool. Stay on the rise, everyone. Much love, much respect, and remember, do it for the scene. ODB, gotcha.